In this edition of Agritech Media, you will join a press conference at Krone. Agritechnica approaches, just like many other manufacturers. Krone has a long list of news, and that extensive list of updates is actually parked right behind me, as you can probably see. These news items will be showcased for the first time at Agritechnica 2025. If you haven't seen the film about the new HDP2 Big Pack Generation 6 series on Agritech Media's YouTube channel, check the link below. There are many other updates too. Other than HDP2, we have a new chipper. Moreover, a very robust Combi baler is coming. The HDP name has been shifted to the new Combi Pack Combi baler, which is noteworthy. And it is truly a significantly powerful baler that really caters to extreme sound. It is indeed good that Danish machinery will have this baler. After a short commercial break, you can look forward to seeing more of Krone's new 12.5 meter triple mower set, HDP2 Generation 6 Big Bale. The Combi Pack HDP Combi Run Baler. The new Krone Big X860 is a new chopper that combines two tools in one. As a trimmer for corn headers placed under the corn table. And it's not the only area where Krone integrates two tasks into one. They also do this with the Bale train concept, where the Combi baler is combined with a rotary rakes. Krone's press meeting is scheduled for 2025 at their location in Spelle. This is where Krone has gathered its production, and it is also in Spelle, where Krone first started producing farming equipment. And for this year, Krone has made a substantial investment in spare parts supply. It's referred to as Krone Parts. Krone Parts is a sector here at 75,000 square meters, where 21,000 square meters are sheltered. This is a 45 million euro investment. And this indicates a very high efficiency rate in Krone's new storage system. This tells a lot about how important service and parts supply are for Krone. One thing is the spare parts. Another thing is service and personnel. Krone shared data at the press meeting about their season. In 2024, there were 28,000 service calls. They spread out, as shown in this graph, and it's clear that Krone is utilizing seasonal machines. In 2024, 1,400 people were employed in service, and Krone organized 11,000 training days. Customers, technicians, importers, and alike. Almost 5,000 of these training days were held at Krone's own training facilities in Spelle. We have come to the field with many new developments from Krone. As mentioned before, it concerns grass machines, and we will also be going out to corn later. We begin with the machine here behind me. This is the brand new lift-mounted triple mower from Krone. And get this, it has a working width of 12.5 meters. While it is 12.5 meters wide in operation, it measures only 4 meters in height and 3 meters in width during transport. And how does that work? So Krone has designed a folding cutter bar for both the front mower and the rear mower units. However, that's not the only impressive aspect of the new Krone Easy Cut B1250. The concept of the cutter bar extending to the working position from transport with a 180-degree swing is indeed, Krone has had it for years. By utilizing the same technology for the mower units behind the tractor, one achieves a combined working width of 12.5 meters with the new triple mower set. The gearbox drives the cutter bar. It pushes hydraulically 50 centimeters to keep the mower under 4 meters high in transport and 3 meters wide. The mower is available without crumplers or belts for now, but I think Krone are still developing the new 12.5 meter triple mower set for the lift. Once mowing is done, we need to rake the grass together before baling it. And here, Krone demonstrates 2 flies with 1 blow. Krone refers to this concept as Bale train, and it involves using a combination baler, a round baler that has an integrated wrapper and is connected to a rake, all powered by the same tractor. According to Krone, the benefit of this setup is that it saves you both a worker and a tractor doing it all in one go. Two birds, one stone. I'll admit, from afar, it may look somewhat haphazard that we simply took a round baler and connected it to a rake yesterday. However, that's not the reality. There's been careful consideration behind this. Let's begin at the front of the rake, where a gearbox is located. This allows the rake and baler to run at different speeds. This means that the tractor operates at 1,000 RPM to drive the baler, and there's a gearbox that powers the rake. As both units are ISO bus equipped, the baler can communicate with the tractor when the cut enters the baler, enabling the rake to be controlled in relation to the baler. Pressure is applied to the large cylinder here, which forces the rake. When binding, the balers pick up lifts automatically, and the rake raises its wings by itself. And now we come to some of the biggest news, at least from a Danish perspective, at Krone's press conference. It is the performance of two HDP balers. Behind me stands the brand new Combi Pack. This is a combi baler that has been upgraded with HDP technology and HDP enhancements. We recognize this from Krone's big pack presses and the big baler, particularly the HDP big pack. At Agritechnica, Krone's is showcasing the 6th generation of the Krone Big Pack HDP2, which has been updated. This is the one right behind me, and the press conference is in September. Well, after the harvest is done. So, we won't see the HDP2 in action, the new model. However, it's great that you are keeping up with us here at Agritech Media, as I visited the big baler during the Danish harvest, since Denmark is one of the key markets for the Big Pack HDP2 series, and therefore this big baler has been developed and tested in Denmark. And by following the link in the description below, you can exclusively get out in the field with the new Krone's Big Pack HDP2 Generation 6 in the harvest 2025. This has conducted tests with the baler in the harvest seasons of 2023 and 2024. The baler was operating undercover, but owner Christopher had a pretty good sense of how much greater capacity the new generation HDP baler from Krone's has. We also visit the contractor Otter Maskin station, which in the harvests of 2025 will be working in the field with one of the total of 5 HDP2 Generation 6 balers that have operated in the harvest in Denmark. Find the link in the description below. From the Big Pack HDP2 Generation 6, we move to a completely new addition to the Krone's HDP family. Here is the new one, Combi Pack HDP, a combination round baler with integrated wrapping. Round baler that got its name, HDP, and it has this for a special reason. This is an extremely powerful combination baler in its own league. With 6 layers of plastic and a 165 centimeter diameter, it takes just 40 seconds to make a bale. That's 90 bales an hour, a 30% boost. Compared to previous versions in more capacity, it also achieves a 15% increase in bale density. We are talking about a chainless combination baler built for very strong tractors with a 340 HP driveline, where the power is transmitted directly from the tractor. Directly from the tractor's PTO through a strong gearbox with a 5,000 Newton meter clutch into a powerful gearbox. Hardox cutting rotor. It goes to a top gearbox that drives the baler belts. The rotor can use 5, 20, 21, or 41 knives for cutting length of 27 millimeters. According to Krone, this quality has only been available on cutting wagons until now. The pickup is the camless EasyFlow pickup with a width of 2.2 meters and features plastic belts in the pickup. There are several HDP details, including the opening side panels. Hydraulic systems and storage for hot fruiting are adjusted to a comfortable working height. Finally, we need to take a trip to the corn. One could say that, I don't know if there's a common thread, but Krone tends to combine two machines into one. They have actually done this with the machine behind me. There are essentially two innovations here. One of them is, the first news is the Big X chopper, the new 860 model. This model has been updated by Krone with a smaller engine. It has a 6-cylinder Liebherr engine that produces over 800 horsepower. Two machines in one we find at the hater. Krone is experiencing increased interest in choppers in the 700-900 HP segment. Therefore, Krone is launching the Big X 860, which delivers 843 HP from a 6-cylinder Liebherr engine with an 18-liter capacity, featuring a full 1,000-hour service interval or every other year. Krone claims the 6-cylinder engine is much more economical than the Krone Big X 880, the cutter's replacement, which previously had an 8-cylinder Liebherr engine beneath the yellow side blades. Additionally, Krone can also showcase an X-Collect corn header with an integrated rotochop, which is a flail chopper mounted beneath the corn cutting header. The concept involves the finisher breaking down the corn stubble before driving through it, which helps maintain excellent field hygiene and removes corn straw effectively. It can save 10% in total cost compared to a setup with a tractor and a cleaner that later cleans the corn stubble. Krone notes that 50% more stubble material is lost when cleaners drive through the stubble before a tire runs over it. The solution is first supplied for a 10-row Krone corn header. Krone said at the press meeting it costs around 5 HP per unit. Line to run rototop. Depending on the intensity of the impact, there is a chance to adjust the aggressiveness of the strippers, in the film examples shown here. Yes, there is about driving. 50 HP more for this 10-row board, so 5 HP each. Additionally, Krone emphasizes that one can operate without the rototop system. It can be mechanically disconnected. So if you are a machine institution and work with a customer who does not want paid for crushing corn stubble, yes, it can be uninstalled, and it is simply done by removing a PTO axle from the gearbox. And then there is also a new transport system on the X-Collect cutting table, as shown by Krone here with the folding in and out. So, we have come to the end of the film about Krone's press conference of now 2025. We will make one last stop, and we do this with the driverless robot. This robot was a partnership between Krone and Lemken, presented back in 2022, and the robot is not entirely forgotten, even if we haven't heard much about the robot collaboration. So it does exist. I can briefly tell you that it has a 230 HP diesel engine, a Deutz AG engine, as you can see. There's PTO and a 3-point link. It works. It functions similarly to a tractor, but without a driver's cabin. However, Krone mentioned at the press conference that they are still working on the project. By 2025, the robot will have operated for 500 hours in the field, among other things. Almost 1,000 hectares, 600 hectares of cultivation, the rest mowed with a triple mower. Jan Hostman, the head of Krone's development department, demonstrated at the press conference that Krone is progressing towards having an increasing number of machines operated by a robot. For example, he presented a film regarding the electric adjustment of the spread angle on a Krone board, which is currently managed electrically from the tractor, but in the future, it will be a step towards autonomy and thus driverless operation. We need to learn more about this in the future. Intelligent tools that fit a future that will likely be driverless. With those words, I want to thank you for watching. If you haven't done it yet, kindly press the subscribe button on Agritech Media's YouTube channel. It's completely free, despite the name. However, it has the huge advantage that if you click the bell, you can opt to get a notification straight to your phone when a new video is available on the channel. Plus, you also show your support for Agritech Media's events. And the best part is that it is completely free.